6 years ago, a man vanished in the remote wilderness of Applications Ridge, a place whispered about in local legends. He was no novice. He had years of hiking experience, the right gear, and a clear plan. People who saw him that morning said he looked determined, confident, as though no terrain could stop him. But the wilderness had other plans. He walked into the forest and was never seen again. Search teams scoured the ridge for weeks. Dogs picked up faint trails, but lost them near the mouths of caves. Helicopters flew over the valley, but the dense forest concealed everything beneath. His family clung to hope, waiting for a call, a sign, anything at all. But the only answer was silence. The case grew cold, filed away with other unsolved disappearances in the region. The mountain was left alone for years, except for the few who dared to whisper about it. Some said the cave swallowed him. Others believed he got lost and starved. But those who knew the ridge's history spoke of something stranger, people hearing voices when no one was there, compasses spinning, shadows moving in torchlight. Whatever the truth was, it was buried deep in the stone. 6 years later, another group returned. Not a search party this time, but explorers, researchers, and adventurers chasing the unanswered questions of the ridge. They came armed with cameras, sensors, and signal scanners. They weren't there to hike, they were there to listen. One night, while camping near a wide cave entrance, their radios picked up static. At first, it seemed like interference, a broken hum swallowed by the wind. Then, out of the noise, came words, a human voice, faint, trembling, distorted by time and distance. Help, still here, cave. The group froze. It wasn't just a random frequency. This was speech, and not just any speech. They compared the voice to old recordings from the missing hiker's case files. It matched perfectly. Shaken but curious, they followed the signal the next morning into the cave. Their flashlights carved thin beams into the darkness. The stone walls felt too close, the air heavy with dampness. Strange markings appeared on the rock, carved into the walls long before their arrival. They didn't match any language they knew. Symbols curved and twisted, some scratched deep, others glowing faintly when the light dimmed. The radio grew stronger the deeper they went, the voice becoming clearer, but the message changed. Turn back, not safe. The explorers stopped. The voice no longer sounded like a plea for help. It was a warning. Yet curiosity pressed them forward. Deeper inside, they stumbled across a rotted backpack. Inside were personal belongings, a notebook, a broken camera, a half-empty water bottle. The items belonged to the missing hiker. The notebook's pages were damp, the ink smeared, but parts of his writing were still legible. The cave goes deeper than I thought. I keep hearing voices when I'm alone. The symbols glow faintly when the lights are off. I don't think I'm the first to find this place. If I don't make it out, tell them I tried. Tell them I wasn't alone down here. The entries stopped abruptly. The ink dragged as if his hand had been torn away mid-sentence. Before they could process it, the radio screamed again, louder, sharper, clearer than ever. They're watching. I was never alone down here. The explorers froze. The voice wasn't weak anymore. It sounded alive, as if the man was right behind them, whispering into their ears. But how could that be? He had been gone for 6 years. The air grew colder. Their lights flickered. From the darkness ahead, a sound echoed. Something heavy shifting against stone. Slow, deliberate. Not an animal, not the wind. Something else was there. Panic spread through the group. They turned to leave, retracing their steps. But the cave wasn't the same anymore. The walls seemed to twist and rearrange themselves. Passages led to dead ends that hadn't been there before. It was as if the cave itself wanted to keep them inside. And the voice followed. "Don't leave me! Don't leave me alone!" Some of the explorers swore they saw glowing eyes peering from the shadows. Others claimed they heard footsteps matching their own, echoing in perfect unison. One refused to look back at all, convinced something was walking just behind them, breathing down their neck. Hours later, broken, pale, and terrified, the survivors stumbled out of the cave. Their equipment was fried, their recordings scrambled into static. None of them could fully explain what they had experienced. When they returned, their stories conflicted. One said the voice was trying to lead them deeper. Another said it was trying to keep them away from something worse. A third refused to speak at all, whispering only one line when pressed. The voice wasn't asking for help. It was asking us to join it. The ridge remains untouched to this day. The hiker's body has never been recovered. The strange signal has never been heard again. Yet some radio enthusiasts claim that, late at night, if you search long enough through the static, you can still catch fragments of a broken transmission. A human voice, weak, trembling, repeating the same words. Help, still here. Cave. And then silence.